Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got a bunch of new stuff to talk about, and let's just start here, because oh my goodness, firstly, look how amazing this playmat is. I think we can all agree that is one absolutely amazing playmat. And secondly, they've literally made a playmat, which is Charizard against Shiny Rayquaza. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. That is just asking for it, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely asking for it. This is going to be a ridiculously popular playmat. Of course, well, this is very weird, actually, because I've told you before, the merch that we tend to get is linked to releases coming out. Now, this is November merch, and the only thing coming out really in November is the Rayquaza and Charizard deck, the Rayquaza versus Charizard deck, which some people were incorrectly reporting was going to feature Shiny Rayquaza and Shiny Charizard, and it doesn't. It's regular Charizard and regular Rayquaza. What is super weird, though, the merch coming out at the same time featuring Rayquaza and Charizard is Shiny Rayquaza, which is extremely weird to me that they've kind of done it that way round. Yeah, it's a little bit weird if I'm honest with you. That is a little bit weird. But you got a beautiful playmat here with Charizard going up against Rayquaza, and it is a Shiny Rayquaza. So yeah, this is I think it's fair to say this is going to be extremely popular. Although do remember, and this is the way things have been for a little while now, this is going to be sold on the Pokemon Center online as a lottery. You're not just going to be able to go and buy this, and the reason is extremely simple. They did this for a while without a lottery, and essentially every time they put a playmat up on the website, it crashed the website, which isn't a good thing. So for that reason, what they've gone and done is they've rejigged it now so that it has to be done by a lottery system. So you might not get it, even if you want it, even if you apply, you might not get it. But at least you've got a chance, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, that's better than, you know, if you're in the UK, having to wake up at like 2 a.m. to fight through a website which is constantly crashing due to overuse to try and pick it up that way. I think it's fair to say this is a better way round of doing things. Now, this is obviously a playmat, so it costs the same as playmats tend to cost. Remember, the increase in price has not yet kicked in, so we will see an increase in price with the Scarlet and Violet expansion. We're not there yet, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking okay. So we're talking 2,750 yen here, which is your usual amount for a playmat. And it's funny because the way the pound's flicking around at the moment, it's changing so fast. But at the moment, as I record this, we're talking about $18.50 or around about £16. So yeah, that's what you're paying. It's not the only Charizard and Rayquaza merch. We do have sleeves of either Rayquaza or Charizard. You'll notice it is the same artwork taken from the playmat here. They do cost the usual 792 yen. It's been the same for a while, hasn't changed yet. So you're talking around about $5.30 or around about £4.70, which I think for those sleeves is pretty gosh darn good. And then we don't have a deck box here, but we do have a binder. We've got ourselves just card binder Charizard versus Rayquaza. And this comes in at 1,705 yen. So you're talking somewhere in the region here of about $11.50 or around about £10. I think it's fair to say this stuff is going to be fairly popular, especially the playmat. Like I've said, the playmat will be sold on a lottery basis. But it's not the only playmat which is coming around. As a side note, from now on, I'm only going to show you the prices where they're different. Otherwise, assume they are the same as the prices I've already showed you. So there is a second playmat here featuring Hisuian Zorua and Hisuian Zoroark. And Hisuian Zoroark has proven to be pretty gosh darn popular. So this is another playmat which I think people are going to be going a bit crazy for. And yes, this is, as with the other one, being sold on a lottery basis. Want to just go on the Pokemon Center and buy it? You can't. Enter the lottery, cross your fingers, hope you're selected. I will say, and this is purely from my own personal anecdotal experience, so take it with a gigantic helping of salt, but I went like a year never winning any lottery. And now, when I'm going on the Pokemon Center to enter the lottery to try and win stuff, I'm not winning a lot, but I am winning about 3/4 of the time, which is actually not terrible. It's okay. I'm winning far more often than I'm losing. So yay! As a side note, while we're here, I showed you that Charizard and Rayquaza deck that has just gone up for lottery sale on the Pokemon Center online in Japan just this morning, along with these two playmats. Now, we also do have in that same range a binder, just like we saw with Rayquaza and Charizard, but the difference is they are also selling binder collection refills for that, which they weren't selling for the Charizard and Rayquaza. Now, this is coming in at 656 yen, which is, redonkulously cheap. You're talking about $4.40 or about £3.90. It is very, very cheap. But now we get to the one that I am really excited about. We've got the Psycho Soda Refresh sleeves. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is a range of plushies that they've been doing on the Pokemon Center in Japan for a while. And if you've been following this channel, you might look at that and go, oh, Wassy likes Phanpy and Wassy likes Porygon. And Wassy does, incidentally. I love Phanpy and I love Porygon. And I have imported from Japan the Psycho Soda, Porygon and Phanpy. They are wonderful, and not only that, but my 2-year-old son loves running into my studio while I'm working, stealing them and running away with them, shouting, I've got Porygon and Phanpy. It's one of our favourite games. They are probably my 2 favourite Pokemon plushies I've ever had, and it's partly because of the memories with me son. Although my daughter likes doing it too. She's 4, she's cute too. Point is, these plushies, I love them. Now you're telling me that we've got sleeves which are the same design. These are not sleeves I'm going to go and buy. These are sleeves I'm going to go and buy 3 or 4 sets, one to keep nice and some to legitimately use at tournaments. I think I found the sleeves I'm going to be using at Liverpool Regionals in January. I'm just putting it out there. Oh, I haven't actually told you yet. All of this stuff is releasing on the 4th of November. Everything I'm showing you in this video, I'm just double checking I'm right about this. It all releases on the 4th of November. There is also a deck box coming out for this. It costs 398 yen. And I pointed out before that 398 yen is absolutely absurd. We're talking about $2.70 or about £2.40. It is preposterous how cheap this stuff actually is. So yeah, again, if they'll let me, I need to double check what the purchasing limits are. If they will let me, again, I'm buying 2 of these deck boxes because I think I found my deck box for Liverpool Regionals. And I'm not even remotely exaggerating. When I come in this channel, right, when I tell you about all this stuff, I'm never exaggerating. I'm never lying to you. And I'm showing you sleeves which I think are amazing. It's because I think they're amazing. If I'm telling you I like a deck box, it's because I like it. If I'm telling you I don't like it, it's because I don't like it. Apparently, I can only buy 2 sleeves and 2 deck boxes. But I will be buying 2 of the sleeves and 2 of the deck boxes here because, yeah, these are kind of personal and special to me, and I love them. Now, there are a few other bits coming out. There is a stepladder set of sleeves featuring Squavit and Fletchling. This is a bit weird and very stylized, and it's got a bunch of berries on, and I don't really understand it, honestly, but I'm sure there are some people out there looking at this and going, oh my goodness, that's amazing, I must have it. What I think a lot of people are saying, oh my goodness, they're amazing, I must have it, are the Umbreon sleeves. Now, these are actually premium gloss sleeves, so they are a bit more expensive than your average set of sleeves. These ones, you're talking 913 yen. So you're talking about $6.10 or about £5.40. These, I imagine, are going to be sleeves that sell out very, very quickly. There is also a deck box, standard deck box price. I don't think people are going to be fighting me for the Psycho Soda Refresh, although I think people are going to buy them and love them. But I do think these are... A lot of the sleeves and deck boxes don't sell out that fast nowadays. I believe these will. Hopefully Pokemon are aware of this and are printing them in ridiculous numbers. That's my hope, ladies and gentlemen. That's my hope. We've also got a Playroom set of sleeves. This one is adorable. It features a bunch of first partner Pokemon. It is absolutely adorable. I think we've got all the Gen 1 first partners, all the Gen 4 first partners, and all of the Gen 8 first partners. If I'm looking at this correctly, that seems to be what we're rolling with here, which is honestly kind of amazing. You know, Gen 1's the first, Gen 8 is the most recent, and Gen 4 we had the remakes recently. So I'm assuming that's kind of where they're coming down here. And I kind of like this. This is kind of adorable. If I'm picking up sleeves anyway, I might have to pick these up. The sleeves are standard. There is a deck box as well, which it's a landscape, not a portrait deck box, but it's still the usual deck box price. And then finishing off, we've got a couple of playmat cases. We've got a Pikachu one featuring the letters of Pikachu with Pikachu. And then we've got one which is just called BL Black. It's got a bunch of stylized Pokemon on there. They look 8-bit to me from this angle. Yeah, they're fine. These are retailing for 990 yen. And that comes in at somewhere in the region of $6.60 or around about £5.90. And hey, if you want a cool case to keep your playmat in, why not this, ladies and gentlemen? Why not this? I've been very good lately at not going and buying a bunch of sleeves and deck boxes on the Pokemon Center. But I'm just telling you now, I'm not ignoring the Psycho Soda Refresh ones. And the problem is, Pokemon are doing a great job of keeping deck boxes and playmats in stock. So I think I might have to go a bit nuts on November the 4th. I think that might be happening. Either way, I found my sleeves and deck box for Liverpool, and that's amazing. And also, look at the Charizard and Rayquaza merch. Look at the Umbreon merch. People are going to go crazy for this stuff. So yeah, let me know which of these you're excited for. Let me know which ones you're picking up. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, where I answer all your questions, join a Discord where we chat, have an awful lot of fun, and get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Eric Ridgway, who is a very lovely person, been supporting for a while. Thank you very much for the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.